Hey everyone, time for another 3 at 3 on solar PV. We are live and together
Excited
at PowerGen.
Yes.
So we're going to talk. Oh, hey Paula.
Hey Jen.
It's good to see
in person.
you.
Yes.
So nice to see you in person.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so we're going to talk about our 3 topics for 3 minutes each. The topics today are going to be the keynote at PowerGen, which had some pretty interesting trends that Paula certainly noticed. Me
Absolutely.
too. Then we're going to go into the energy imbalance market, kind of wonky, but really cool topic. And then we're going to end on the trade case. There was a hearing today. It's going to Trump's desk. Let's tell you some updates on that.
So we go up and then down.
Yeah. So I was in the back of the keynote because I was presenting on stage. You got a really good chance to listen to everything. What did you notice?
All right, so I must say this is the first year I come to PowerGen every year because, well, I'm on the committee, but I come because it's really all the energy technologies together, and instead of being in the solar bubble, pardon me, it is a bubble, you actually hear what everybody else thinks. This is the first year where I notice utilities and power companies actively talking about what they are doing to integrate renewables. That's huge.
Huge.
It's actually what the industry has been saying they want to happen for so long, and it's happening. Mm-hmm. Somebody even mentioned Paris.
I know.
Which was, I almost fell off my chair.
Yeah.
So the trend is clear, and all the other smoke and mirrors and unfortunate things happening around it, tax reform, ouch, the FERC resiliency pricing, ouch. But around all of that are plans that are set in stone moving forward, and that's amazing.
I know, for more renewables. Major companies in this space are now either launching initiatives for renewables, talking about how their gas turbines can work with renewables.
Yep.
I mean, that's a big selling point for them.
Yeah.
This is huge.
How it's economical for them.
Yeah.
And moving slightly, pushing you into our second topic, the CEO of Pacific Corp was talking about storage not being the main driver.
Right.
So all along in the solar industry, we're saying we have to have storage or we can't move ahead. Not.
No, exactly. And I'm glad you brought it up because it is time to talk about the energy imbalance market, which is this amazing, really cool mechanism, a new market that was set up in order to address the fact that there is over-generation of wind sometimes, and over-generation of PV, and over-generation of hydro. And in the past, they've had to just curtail this stuff. With the energy imbalance market, the markets are now connected, and you can sell that excess wind into another market. So instead of energy prices going negative, they can actually get some money from this wind energy.
10 years ago, I had a conversation with SMUD, and they were talking about this being what they wanted. So amazing. Yeah. I mean, I never gush, as you well know. I do not gush. I am actually gushing because this is the direction the industry needs to go.
I have something else really cool to tell you about that.
Okay.
So Stephen Bird, who's the CEO of Pacific Power, told me that the brainchild behind that was a woman at Pacific Corp. And he said, and he was telling me because I was about to present the Woman of the Year award, who is another topic, an amazing woman. But he said it turns out we needed different thinking at the top to figure this out.
All right, women in power.
Yeah. Different
thinking at the top. And our winner, so that's one of our topics, but it is a keynote thing, so quickly.
Yeah, so Azeb Asnake, CEO of the Ethiopian Electricity, Ethiopian electric
power.
Yes, right. Yeah. She's the CEO. She started out running this massive hydropower project in the company. They appointed her. She was the first woman ever to be in charge of any power project. And it was like 3 times larger than any other project they'd ever built.
Amazing. Yeah.
She executed that project. Then they named her CEO. Someone nominated her to be a Woman of the Year, and boy, was she great.
She was amazing. She was amazing. She spoke from the heart. She was humble. And one of the 2 things that I took away from what she spoke when she was speaking, they were talking, you asked a question about giving back, etc., and what their greatest accomplishment, their accomplishment was. And her answer ended with, It's better to give. I'm giving power to my people, and that is the best place for me to be. And the other was acknowledging that honestly, it is sort of embedded in the culture. We have to fight our way to the top, and you never hear us say that. You hear us say, take risks, lean in, but you never hear a woman really say it's embedded in the culture and we have to work on the culture. I gushed. I never gush.
I know. That's two things you're gushing about.
I'm totally gushing. Yes.
Okay, so here's our last topic.
That's
We're
me
not
down
gush
to the
about
non-gushing.
that, today, the International Trade Commission heard that their
it's
hearing.
the USTR. It's a different.
Okay, the USTR, the U.S. Trade Commission Commissioner.
Whatever.
There was a hearing about the Section 201 solar trade case. This is the last thing that's going to happen before it goes to Trump. I got a little update about the hearing. Obviously, what's not there.
And I was giving you updates.
So basically, Sunniva and Solar World said what the ITC commissioners recommended was not enough. They want 100% tariffs. This is not good for solar.
That would be terrible for solar. That would be right now the market is suffering with uncertainty because importers of modules don't know what they can charge, so there really is a shortage. So we have a short-term shortage. And that's affecting everybody's businesses and the industry, where we might have been on track in the U.S. to do 16, 17 gigawatts, we're going to do less than that now. And it's partly because things have sort of ground to a halt. Now, we don't know what President Trump will do. That is the real problem. If something makes it to his desk that says that manufacturing will boom with tariffs and they should be 100%, we're really in a problem in this country. It really affects demand. It affects everybody from large installers of utility scale down to small residential installers, probably them the worst. So it continues to be a very discouraging story.
Also because manufacturing will not boom.
It's not going to boom.
It's not going to make us suddenly pop
long
up these
time.
Massive manufacturing plants, which is what we need because the market needs that.
Well, actually, on to that for a moment. I think this is in one of the articles I wrote. Right now, we do not. We need a polysilicon expansion in order to ship more crystalline. So, and it takes 2 years to bring poly online. So we really are bumping up against a lot of problems. Plus, China has, with their expansion, 60% of capacity to produce cells and 53% of the market to install. They don't need us. We've said it before.
They don't need
this
us.
makes it worse. We are just making a little nuisance of ourselves. So please, do not, when it gets to the White House, somebody somewhere recommend no tariffs.
Please.
All
right. That's it for today.
That's us.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time on 3 at 3 on Solar PV.
Bye.